The pregnancy test was positive, but we hadn't been intimate in 4 months. I'm staring at it right now, those 2 pink lines burning into my retina like a brand. Sarah's holding it up with this strange smile, the bathroom light catching the plastic edge of the test strip. Behind her, on our bedroom wall, hangs the calendar I use to track my business trips. Red circles mark every night I was away. 4 months of red circles. 4 months of empty beds and video calls and "I miss you" texts that apparently meant nothing. "Aren't you happy?" she asks, and something in her voice cracks. Not with emotion, with rehearsal. Like she's practiced this moment in the mirror. We're finally having another baby. Finally. As if we'd been trying. As if those fertility apps on her phone weren't deleted 3 months ago when she said she needed a break from the pressure. I can see the dates so clearly on that calendar. Every red circle a night in a hotel room in Seattle, in Denver, in Chicago. Building contracts, building our future, while she was building something else entirely. Something was off about her smile. I swallow, my throat suddenly desert dry. "When did you take this?" "Just now. I'm about 12 weeks along." She touches her stomach, perfectly flat beneath her silk pajamas. "The baby's due in September. 12 weeks. I pull my phone from my pocket, fingers already moving to the calculator app. 12 weeks means conception in March. I was in Seattle the entire second week of March. The receipts are still in my laptop bag. Marriott downtown, room 1247, single occupancy. 5 nights, 6 days, completely alone. But the dates didn't match. If you've ever felt the floor drop out from under you while standing perfectly still, you know this moment. Your body knows the truth before your mind accepts it. Your stomach clenches, your hands go cold, and suddenly every small thing from the past few months clicks into place like bullets sliding into a chamber. "The company retreat," I say quietly. "You went to the company retreat in March." Her smile flickers just for a second. "That has nothing to do with March 15th through 17th, Paradise Valley Resort." My voice sounds strange, mechanical. "Steve was there. Your boss, Steve." "Don't." The word comes out sharp, defensive. "Don't you dare make this into something ugly." But it already is ugly. It's been ugly for 4 months, hidden under her perfume and her work clothes and her late nights at the office. Her phone that's suddenly always face down. The way she showers immediately when she comes home. The distance in our bed that feels like an ocean even when we're inches apart. My calendar showed the truth. In our closet, tucked behind my winter coats, I keep a file box of receipts for taxes. Every business expense, every hotel stay, every flight. Sarah doesn't know about this. She's never been interested in the tedious details of my work travel. But right now, those tedious details are screaming. "I need a minute," I tell her, already moving toward the closet. "Where are you going? We should be celebrating. Please, just give me a minute." My hands shake as I pull the box down. March receipts are in a manila envelope, organized chronologically because that's how my brain works, in systems and logic and things that make sense. Unlike this. Unlike any of this. There it is. March 10 to 15, Seattle Marriott. Downtown, 1,047 to 53 total. Itemized room service charges for 1 person. A single key card issued. The business center charges where I printed contracts at 11 p.m. because I couldn't sleep, thinking about how much I missed my family. She didn't know I kept receipts from that business trip. The hotel receipts feel like evidence at a crime scene. In a way they are. Evidence of where I was when my marriage was murdered. 4 months. I count them again on my fingers like a child learning math. March, April, May, June. 4 months since we made love. 4 months since she let me touch her. "I'm just stressed," she'd said. "Work is crazy right now." And I believed her. I brought her flowers. I ran her baths. I took Emma to the park so she could rest. In April, she had that stomach bug. Couldn't keep anything down for days. Now, I wonder if it was morning sickness. In May, she started going to yoga twice a week. Self-care, she called it. The credit card statements show charges at Paradise Valley Sports Club. They have yoga classes. They also have private changing rooms and a juice bar where someone might meet someone after class. Something else is hidden in this box, not a receipt, a printed email. Sarah had sent it to me in February, before everything, before March. Company retreat coming up. Wish spouses were invited. I'll miss you. She'd miss me. 4 months, I counted again. The ultrasound photo is tucked inside her jewelry box, behind the pearl earrings I gave her for our anniversary. She doesn't know I saw her hide it there yesterday. Doesn't know I heard her on the phone whispering, "No, he doesn't suspect anything." But I did suspect. I just didn't want to. The image is grainy, black and white, a little bean-shaped blur that's supposed to be our future. Except it's not ours. It's not mine. In the corner, barely visible, there's text. 12W3D, March 8 conception estimate. March 8th. I pull up my phone again. Check my flight records. United Airlines flight 57. Departed JFK March 9th, 6:45 a.m. I was at the airport by 5, which means I left home at 3:30 a.m., which means we couldn't have. The ultrasound was hidden. Sarah's standing in the doorway now, watching me kneeling here with papers scattered around me like shattered glass. "What are you doing?" "Math," I say. "I'm doing math." "This is insane. You're being paranoid." "Am I?" I hold up the ultrasound. March 8 conception. I was on a plane March 9. We hadn't been together for weeks before that. Her face changes, goes from defensive to something else, something calculated. The dates, they can be wrong. The doctor said they're estimates. 12 weeks, Sarah. You said 12 weeks. That's not an estimate. That's a measurement. She's crying now, but they're not the tears of joy from 5 minutes ago. These are different tears. Guilty tears. The kind that call me when you're caught, not sorry. 12 weeks. Impossible. Who is he? The question hangs in the air like smoke from a fired gun. She doesn't answer, doesn't deny, just stands there with one hand on her stomach, protecting something that was never meant to be mine. "It doesn't matter," she finally says. "What matters is our family. Emma needs—" "Don't." My voice is sharper than I've ever heard it. "Don't you dare use our daughter as a shield." Our daughter. Emma, 6 years old, sleeping down the hall in her princess bed, dreaming of butterflies and finger paintings. Emma, who still crawls into our bed during thunderstorms. Who asks why mommy works so much. Who drew a picture last week of our family that I now realize didn't include Sarah's stomach being any different. But she drew something else, something I didn't pay attention to then. Her company retreat that week. I pull up Sarah's company website on my phone, scroll to the events page, there it is. Annual Team Building Retreat, Paradise Valley Resort, March 15th and 17. And below that, the attendee list. Strategic planning sessions, trust exercises, evening social activities. Steve Morrison, Senior Director. Sarah Chen, Morrison, Project Manager. Steve. I've met him at 3 company parties. Tall, divorced, drives a Tesla, laughs too loud at his own jokes, puts his hand on Sarah's lower back when he thinks no one's looking. "Your wife is invaluable," he told me at the Christmas party. "I don't know what I'd do without her." Now I know exactly what he does with her. Steve's name on the agenda, Sarah's still standing there, waiting for me to say something, to forgive, to understand. To be the good husband who raises another man's child without asking questions. "I'm sleeping in the guest room tonight," I tell her. "Please, can we just talk about this? Tomorrow, when Emma's at school, we'll talk about all of it." I gather the receipts, the ultrasound, my phone, evidence. That's what this is now. Evidence. As I pass her in the doorway, she grabs my arm. "I love you," she says. That hasn't changed. But it has changed Everything has changed, and we both know it. The guest room bed is too soft, too cold. Through the wall, I can hear Sarah crying. Real tears now, not performance. The sound should move me, should make me want to comfort her. Instead, I stare at the ceiling and think about Emma. Tomorrow is Thursday. Emma has art class after school. She loves art class, loves making things with her hands, creating worlds from crayons and construction paper. Last week she made me a card that said, "Best Daddy Ever," with a heart that was slightly lopsided. It's on my desk at work, next to the photo from our last real family vacation, before March, before everything broke. If you've ever discovered a truth that changed everything, leave a comment saying, "I understand." Because right now, in this too soft bed, in this too quiet house, I need to know I'm not alone in this. That other people have survived this moment when the life you thought you had reveals itself as fiction. The clock on the nightstand glows, 11:47 p.m. In September, there will be a baby in this house. But whose baby? And what do I tell Emma? How do I explain that mommy made a mistake that daddy can't fix? That sometimes love isn't enough? That families break even when you do everything right? My phone buzzes. A text from Sarah. "Please don't hate me." I don't respond. Can't respond. Because I don't hate her. I hate that she made me a fool. Made our daughter the child of a broken home. Made our marriage a lie. Tomorrow I'll have to figure out what comes next. Lawyers, custody, division of assets, all the ugly arithmetic of divorce. But tonight, I just lie here and count. 4 months since she loved me. 12 weeks since she chose him. 6 years since we promised forever. The numbers don't lie. Numbers never do. Emma's drawing changed everything. Thursday morning comes like a hangover. Slow, painful, inevitable. Emma's eating Cheerios at the kitchen table, swinging her legs, humming that song from Frozen she never gets tired of. Sarah's making coffee, movements too precise, too careful. We're both performing normalcy for our daughter. "Daddy, look what I drew at school yesterday." Emma holds up a piece of construction paper, bright crayon strokes, 3 figures and a 4th one. The 4th one is taller, wearing a blue suit. Above his head, she's written Mr. Steve in her careful kindergarten letters. The room goes silent, except for the coffee maker's gurgling. "Who's that, sweetheart?" I keep my voice steady, even as my hand tightens on my coffee mug. "That's Mommy's work friend. He came to pick her up that day you were gone. He has a cool car that makes no noise." Sarah drops her spoon. It clatters against the tile floor like an alarm. "When did Mr. Steve pick Mommy up?" I ask, still looking at Emma, not trusting myself to look at Sarah. "When you went on the airplane, Mommy said her car was broken." Emma takes another bite of cereal, oblivious. "He stayed for dinner. We had pizza." Why does Mommy cry when she talks to Mr. Steve? "Emma, honey, why don't you go brush your teeth?" Sarah's voice is strained. "The bus will be here soon." "But I'm not finished." "Now, Emma." Our daughter knows that tone. She slides off her chair, grabs her drawing, and heads upstairs. Her footsteps on the stairs sound like a countdown. Her car was broken? I set down my mug carefully, afraid I might shatter it. It wouldn't start. Steve was working late. He offered to stay for dinner, to eat pizza with my daughter while I was 3,000 miles away. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like, Sarah? Explain to me what it was like. She's backed against the counter now, arms crossed over her stomach, protecting, always protecting what's growing inside her. You were always gone. Every month, another trip, another contract, another... Don't. I stand up, the chair scraping against the floor. Don't you dare make this my fault. I was working for us, for Emma's college fund, for this house you said you loved. I was lonely, so you fucked your boss? The word hangs in the air like a slap. We don't talk like this. We're the couple who says darn instead of damn, who spells out words we don't want Emma to hear. But there's no spelling out betrayal, no soft synonym for what she's done. It just happened, she whispers. No, rain just happens. Traffic just happens. You made choices, multiple choices, for months. I tried to end it. When? Before or after you got pregnant? She doesn't answer. That's an answer. The Facebook tags appeared. I pull out my phone, show her the screen. Paradise Valley Resort, March 16th. Jennifer from accounting tagged you. You and Steve, standing by the pool. Your wedding ring isn't in the photo. She looks at the screen, then away. I took it off for swimming. And March 17, I swipe to the next photo. Team dinner, still no ring. Stop. March 18, another swipe. Back at the office, Monday morning, ring mysteriously returns. No ring in any photo. You want to know what I was doing? March 16. I don't wait for her answer. I was in a Seattle hospital conference room, presenting our biggest contract bid ever. $2.3 million. I closed it. Called you to celebrate. You didn't answer. Now I know why. I'm sorry. The words fall out of her like stones. I'm so sorry. Sorry you did it, or sorry you got caught? Both. Neither. I don't know. She's crying again, mascara running in black rivers. I don't know anything anymore. The hotel charges matched. I pull up our credit card statement on my phone. Paradise Valley Resort, March 15th, $47.50. That's the resort spa. What did you get, Sarah? A massage? To relax before you destroyed our marriage? Please stop. March 16th, $89 or bussers. Resort restaurant. Dinner for two? Wine? Did you toast to our daughter while you were at it? You don't understand. March 17th, $234 spires. That's a room service charge, Sarah. Room service to whose room? She stopped denying. The silence stretches between us like a year. Upstairs, Emma's singing in the bathroom. The bus will come in 10 minutes. 10 minutes to pretend we're still a family. I want you to leave, I say quietly. Pack a bag. Go to your parents, your sister, Steve's. I don't care, but you're not sleeping in this house tonight. You can't kick me out. This is my house, too. You're right, but if you stay, I'm calling Steve's wife. Her face goes white. He doesn't have us. He's divorced. Since February, after his wife found out about his last affair, with someone from accounting. Jennifer, actually. The one who tagged you in those photos. Small world, isn't it? How do you... I made some calls this morning, while you were in the shower, while Emma was drawing her pictures of our family +1. Raise it as yours, for Emma. Please, Sarah says, and now she's the one on her knees, literally on our kitchen floor. Please think about Emma. She needs stability. She needs both parents. We could make this work. People do it all the time. Blended families. You could be the father. The baby would never have to know. Get up. My voice is ice. Get off the floor. I'm begging you, for Emma's sake. She doesn't deserve... What Emma deserves is parents who respect each other, who tell the truth, who don't bring other men's children into her home and ask her to pretend. It's not the baby's fault. No, it's yours and Steve's, and now you both get to live with it. My phone rings. Unknown number, I almost don't answer, but something makes me pick up. Is this Mr. Morrison, Sarah's husband? Yes. This is Patricia Morrison, Steve's ex-wife. I think we should talk. Steve's wife knew too. Sarah's still on the floor, staring at me as I take the call. I'll call you back in an hour, I tell Patricia. Yes, I'd very much like to hear what you have to say. I hang up, look down at Sarah. His ex-wife wants to talk to me. What do you think she wants to tell me, Sarah? I don't know. I think you do. I think you know exactly what she's going to say. About the retreat, about the others, about the pattern. Others? You weren't special, Sarah. You were just next. Not his first affair. The school bus honks outside. Emma comes thundering down the stairs, backpack bouncing, hair still slightly wet from brushing her teeth too fast. Bye, Mommy. Bye, Daddy. She hugs us both, not noticing her mother on the floor, not seeing the destruction all around her. Children are blessed that way. They see what they need to see. Have a great day, sweetheart, I tell her, walking her to the door. Art class today, right? Yes, we're making Father's Day cards. Father's Day. Next Sunday. The irony is excruciating. I can't wait to see it. It's a surprise. She runs to the bus, turns back to wave. Love you. Love you too, baby. The bus pulls away, takes my daughter to a normal day, while her parents' marriage dies in the kitchen. I go back inside. Sarah's standing now, pouring coffee like nothing happened. We need to talk about logistics, she says, trying to sound businesslike. No, what we need is for you to pack and leave. We'll talk about logistics through lawyers. You're gonna get a lawyer? I already have an appointment, this afternoon. 30 days to contest. You can't. That's so fast. We haven't even tried counseling. Counseling is for marriages that are broken. Ours is dead. You killed it. And in this state, I have 30 days from discovery of adultery to contest paternity. The clock started last night. You researched this last night? I couldn't sleep. Amazing what you can learn at 3 a.m. Did you know that if I don't contest within 30 days, I'm legally presumed to be the father? That I'd have to pay child support for 18 years? For Steve's baby? She sets down her mug so hard coffee splashes onto the counter. You're really going to do this? You're really going to destroy everything? I'm not destroying anything. I'm just refusing to clean up your mess. The doorbell rings. We both freeze. That's probably my mother, Sarah says. I called her this morning. But when I open the door, it's not Sarah's mother. It's Steve. He's wearing his expensive suit, the one that costs more than most people's mortgage payments. His Tesla sits in our driveway like a monument to everything wrong with this picture. We need to talk, he says. No, we don't. Man to man. I almost laugh. You want to talk man to man? After fucking my wife? After getting her pregnant? After eating pizza with my daughter? Look, I know you're upset. Upset? Now I do laugh. It's an ugly sound. I'm not upset, Steve. I'm documenting. Every text, every photo, every credit card charge, every witness who saw you together. For what? For my lawyer, for the divorce, for the paternity test you're gonna be court-ordered to take. His face changes. The smooth confidence cracks. You can't force me. Actually, I can. Maryland law. When paternity is contested in a divorce proceeding, all potential fathers can be compelled to test. That includes you. This is between you and Sarah. No, this is between you and your DNA, and your company's HR department. I assume they'll be interested to know you're fucking your subordinate. Again. You wouldn't. I already did. Sent the email an hour ago, with photos from the retreat. CC'd the board of directors. He takes a step back. You vindictive piece of... Daddy! Emma's voice cuts through everything. She's standing at the top of the stairs, not at school. Here. Emma, why aren't you on the bus? I felt sick. She's holding something, a piece of paper. My tummy hurts. Sarah pushes past me and Steve. Come here, baby. Let's get you some water. But Emma doesn't move. She's looking at Steve. Why are you here? I just came to talk to Daddy about work stuff, Sarah says quickly. No, Emma says. That's not true. Emma's note broke me. She comes down the stairs slowly, holding the paper. It's not a Father's Day card, it's a note. In her careful printing, Dear Daddy, I promise to be good if you don't leave. I won't ask for toys, I won't complain about vegetables, please stay. Love, Emma. My knees almost buckle. Emma, baby, why would you think I heard you and Mommy fighting through the vent last night and this morning? Will Daddy leave too? Oh, sweetheart. I pick her up, and she wraps her arms around my neck so tight I can barely breathe. I'm not leaving you. Ever. No matter what happens, You're my girl, my best girl. But you said mommy has to leave. I look at Sarah over Emma's head. She's crying silently. Steve is backing toward the door. Sometimes grown-ups have problems, I tell Emma, but those problems are never your fault, and they never change how much we love you. Is it about the baby? Everyone freezes. What baby, honey? The baby in mommy's tummy. I heard her on the phone. She said, Steve, I'm pregnant. Is Mr. Steve the baby's daddy? The silence is deafening. Steve is gone. I didn't even hear him leave, but his Tesla is pulling out of the driveway silently, just like Emma said, running away. Again. Sarah, I say quietly, take Emma upstairs, pack her a bag. You're both going to your mother's. But now. What matters more, keeping family together at any cost, or showing children that truth has value? I don't have the answer. I just know I can't pretend. Can't wake up every morning and look at another man's child and lie. Can't teach Emma that this is what love looks like. Sarah takes Emma upstairs. I call Patricia Morrison back. He's done this before, she says without preamble. 3 times that I know of. Jennifer. Someone named Ashley before that. And now your wife. Why didn't you report him? I did. The company promoted him. He brings in too much money. They just move the women to different departments. Not this time. What are you going to do? Everything legally possible to expose this. Will you help? Yes. I have documents, emails, proofs. Company investigation launched. After Patricia and I talk, I call my lawyer. Then I walk upstairs. Sarah is packing Emma's favorite stuffed animals while Emma sits on her bed, confused and scared. It's like a sleepover at Grandma's, Sarah is saying. I don't want a sleepover. I want to stay home. I kneel beside Emma's bed. Remember when Goldfish died? Her pet fish, last year? And we talked about how sometimes things change and we can't fix them. She nods. This is like that, but bigger. And it's not your fault. It's a grown-up problem that mommy and daddy have to solve. Will you visit? Every day, and you'll come here too. We'll figure out a schedule. Like Madison's parents, she has 2 houses now. Madison, her friend from school, whose parents divorced last year. Emma had so many questions then. Now she's living the answers. Something like that. Emma's counselor speaks. I'll need to call the school counselor, set up appointments, make sure Emma has support. The damage is already done, but maybe we can minimize it. Maybe. Sarah finishes packing. We're ready. I walk them to Sarah's car. Emma hugs me so hard it hurts. I love you, Daddy. Love you too, baby, so much. She chose her home. As they drive away, Emma's face in the back window breaks what's left of my heart. But I know, somehow I know, she'll be okay, because I'm going to fight for her. Going to make sure she knows she's loved. Going to show her that sometimes the hardest choice is the right choice. My phone buzzes. An email from my lawyer. Divorce papers ready. Paternity test scheduled. Bring all documentation. The evidence binder is growing. Photos, receipts, call logs. Patricia Morrison's documents. It's almost 3 inches thick now. 3 inches of proof that my marriage was a lie. But Emma's drawing, the one from this morning, is on top. Our family plus Steve. A child's innocent documentation of betrayal. That's the image that will stay with me. Not Sarah's tears, not Steve's cowardice, but my daughter's careful crayons, trying to make sense of a world where mommy's work friend stays for dinner when daddy's gone. Court papers served. It's noon now. Sarah and Emma have been gone an hour. The house feels hollow, like a tooth after a root canal. All the nerves removed, just empty space where something vital used to be. I sit at the kitchen table and write a list. Lawyer, 2 p.m., call Emma's school counselor, change locks, separate bank accounts, find a therapist for Emma, find a therapist for me, get tested for STDs, tell my parents, tell Sarah's parents, survive. Number 10 seems the hardest. My phone rings. Sarah's father. "She's here," he says, crying. "Emma's confused. What the hell happened? Ask your daughter. Ask her about Steve, about March, about the baby." Silence. "What baby?" "The one she's carrying. That isn't mine." Her parents knew everything. More silence. Then, "We suspected. Her mother saw them together at a restaurant when she said she was working late." "You suspected? And you said nothing?" "We hoped we were wrong." When? When did you see them?" "February, maybe earlier." "John, we're so sorry." I hang up. February, before the retreat, before everything. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was a relationship, an affair, a choice made over and over again. The doorbell rings. I almost don't answer it, but it's insistent. It's a courier. Delivery for John Morrison. I sign, open the envelope, legal documents from Steve's lawyer, a cease and desist order, demanding I stop harassment and defamation. I almost laugh. He got a lawyer before noon, before checking on Sarah, before acknowledging his child. The recording was clear. But what Steve doesn't know is that I have one more piece of evidence. The recording from Sarah's phone. She didn't know I could recover deleted voice memos from her cloud backup 3 weeks ago. Her and Steve. "Don't worry about John. He's oblivious." But if he finds out, he won't. And even if he does, he won't leave Emma. He's too good a father. He'll raise the baby as his own. "You sound sure?" "I know my husband. He'd never break up Emma's family." "So we just continue?" "Why not? I'll have the baby. You'll pay support privately. John will never have to know it's yours." Secret child support planned. 6 weeks pass like surgery. Necessary, painful, transformative. The lawyers do their dance. Papers filed. Depositions taken. Sarah moves back into the house while I stay at an extended stay hotel near Emma's school. Maryland law says we can't remove a child from their home during custody disputes. So, I'm the one who leaves every night, and I'm the one who arrives every morning to make Emma breakfast before school. "Daddy, why do you have a suitcase?" she asks the first week. "Just some work stuff, baby." The lies we tell to protect our children become the truths that haunt us. Evidence binder complete. Today is the day. Family court. 9 a.m. sharp. I'm wearing my best suit, the one Sarah bought me for our 10th anniversary. Ironic. My lawyer, Catherine Chen, no relation to Sarah, thankfully, reviews our binder one last time in the courthouse cafe. "We have everything," she says. "Timeline, photos, financial records. The recording is our ace." Will they play it in court? If necessary, but Sarah's lawyer will probably advise her to settle once they know we have it. I don't want to settle. I want the truth on record. Catherine looks at me over her coffee. The truth can be expensive, emotionally, for everyone. Emma deserves to know her mother chose another man over our family. Maybe not today, maybe not for years, but someday. And when she asks, I want court records that show I fought for her. Then we fight. The courthouse is all marble and echoes. Sarah's already there with her lawyer, a shark named David Brennan, who handled her boss's promotion last year. She's wearing the dress she wore to Emma's kindergarten graduation, playing the devoted mother. "John," she says as we pass in the hallway. I don't respond. Can't. If I open my mouth, 6 weeks of rage might pour out. Steve enters the courtroom. He's not alone. 2 lawyers flank him like bodyguards. He's here as a witness, for her. "Are you fucking kidding me?" I whisper to Catherine. "Stay calm. This is good. He's under oath now. We can ask him anything." As her witness, the judge enters. The Honorable Margaret Torres, 60-something, stern-faced, wedding ring on her finger. She's been married 40 years, according to Catherine's research. Understands commitment, understands betrayal. We're here for Morrison versus Morrison. Dissolution of marriage and custody determination. Sarah's lawyer stands. Your Honor, my client wishes to make a statement. Proceed. Sarah stands, clears her throat. I made a mistake. I admit that. But mistakes shouldn't destroy families. I'm asking this court to consider what's best for Emma. She needs both parents. She needs stability. And she needs the sibling I'm carrying. Mrs. Morrison, the judge says, is your husband the biological father of your unborn child? The courtroom goes silent. We haven't determined that. Then let's determine it now. Mr. Morrison, have you requested a paternity test? Catherine stands. We have, Your Honor. We've also subpoenaed Mr. Steve Hamilton for testing. Steve's lawyers object. The judge overrules. Mr. Hamilton, you'll submit to testing today. Court's recess for 2 hours while tests are conducted. Judge opens the envelope. 2 hours later, we're back. There's an envelope on the judge's bench. Sarah is pale. Steve won't make eye contact with anyone. The judge opens it slowly, reads. Her face doesn't change. Mr. Morrison, she says to me. Please stand. I stand. The probability of your paternity of the unborn child is 0%. DNA speaks truth. Mr. Hamilton, please stand. Steve stands. His lawyers look like they want to disappear. The probability of your paternity is 98%. 0% match. The courtroom erupts in whispers. Sarah starts crying. Steve sits down hard, like his legs gave out. Order, the judge says. Mrs. Morrison, you have 2 minutes to explain why this court should grant you primary custody of Emma Morrison, given that you've admitted to adultery and have been proven to have lied about the paternity of your unborn child. Sarah's lawyer whispers furiously in her ear. She stands. Because I'm her mother? Because I've been there every day. Except when you were at the Paradise Valley Resort, Catherine interrupts. Or the extended lunches with Mr. Hamilton. Or the late nights that were logged as overtime but were actually objection. Sustained. Ms. Chen, you'll have your turn. But the damage is done. The judge is looking at Sarah differently now. Emma's counselor speaks. Your Honor, Catherine says, we'd like to call Dr. Jennifer Matthews, Emma Morrison's school counselor. Dr. Matthews takes the stand. She's holding a folder. Dr. Matthews, has Emma spoken to you about the situation at home? She has, several times over the past 6 weeks. What has she said? She's confused, scared. She's particularly upset about the baby. Why? She believes the baby will replace her in her mother's affections. She's also made some concerning statements about Mr. Hamilton, such as, she said, Mr. Steve makes mommy happy, but daddy's sad. I don't like him. Has she expressed a preference for where she wants to live? Your Honor, Sarah's lawyer objects. A 6-year-old can't make that determination. But a 6-year-old can express her feelings, the judge says. Continue, Dr. Matthews. She chose her home. Emma drew this last week. Dr. Matthews holds up a picture, 2 houses. In one, stick figures of her and me, smiling. In the other, Sarah and a question mark where Steve should be. When I asked her about it, she said, I want to live where I'm not confused. Meaning? She specifically said, Daddy's house has rules that don't change. Sarah makes a sound like she's been punched. Emma also said something else. Dr. Matthews continues. She said, Daddy reads to me every night. Mommy is always on her phone with Mr. Steve. Custody granted. The judge has heard enough. I've made my decision. Joint legal custody will be awarded with Mr. Morrison having primary physical custody. Mrs. Morrison will have Emma every other weekend and 1 evening per week, pending the birth of her child and establishment of a stable home environment. Your Honor, Sarah's lawyer stands. This is extreme. What's extreme is expecting a 6-year-old to adapt to her mother's choices without consequence. What's extreme is Mr. Hamilton appearing as a character witness for a woman whose marriage he destroyed. What's extreme is the level of deception exhibited here. She turns to Steve. Mr. Hamlin, you're not a party to this custody case, but you are now legally acknowledged as the father of Mrs. Morrison's child. I suggest you prepare accordingly. Steve's wife files too. Catherine leans over. Patricia Morrison filed this morning. She's seeking additional alimony based on newly discovered assets Steve hid during their divorce. The dominoes are falling, all of them. After court, I sit in my car for 20 minutes, just breathing. Emma will live with me. I'll be the constant in her chaos. It's what I wanted, but the victory feels hollow. There's no winning in divorce, just different degrees of losing. My phone buzzes. A text from my mom. Saw Sarah's parents. They're devastated. Are you okay? No, but I will be. Emma will be. Company investigation launched. 3 days later, Catherine calls. Steve Hamilton has been terminated from his position. The company found multiple violations of their code of conduct. Sarah? On administrative leave pending investigation. She'll probably resign. The house of cards has completely collapsed, all from 2 pink lines on a pregnancy test. 6 months pass. It's December now, almost Christmas. Emma and I have settled into our new rhythm. Our apartment is smaller than the house, but it's ours. Emma's drawings cover the refrigerator. Her laughter fills the spaces that used to echo. Daddy, look! She runs in from her room, carrying something behind her back. I made you something at school. It's a clay handprint, painted green like a Christmas tree, with glitter and a photo of us in the center. 6 months later. It's beautiful, baby. Where should we put it? Next to my drawing, the one you framed? The drawing, the one from the day everything changed. But now it's different. She's drawn over it, covered Steve with a bright yellow sun. Because, she explained, bad things can become good things if you add light. Emma's grades improve. Her report card is all A's and excellent marks in behavior. Her teacher writes, Emma has shown remarkable resilience and growth this semester. She's become a leader in class, helping other students with their work. I'm proud of you, I tell her at bedtime. Ms. Johnson says I'm brave. Am I brave, Daddy? The bravest. Is Mommy brave? I pause. Sarah had the baby 2 months ago, a boy. Named him Christopher. Steve pays child support but hasn't been seen near them. Sarah lives with her parents now. Mommy loves you very much, I say. That's what matters. I know. She tells me every time I visit, but she's always tired now. New babies are hard work. I'm glad I live here, Emma says quietly. Is that bad? No, baby. That's honest. Emma's new drawing. She falls asleep holding my hand, and I think about the journey we've taken. The calendar on the wall has no red circles now. I work from home 3 days a week. The lawyer's bills are paid off. The divorce is final. There's a knock at the door, late for a visitor. I check the peephole. It's Sarah, holding Christopher. She looks exhausted. Can we talk? She asks when I open the door. Emma's asleep. I know, I needed to say something. We stand in the hallway. The baby is sleeping, his face peaceful and innocent of all this chaos he was born into. I destroyed everything, she says. For what? Steve won't even return my calls. His wife took him for everything in their divorce amendment. The company blacklisted me. My parents are ashamed, and I'm surviving. You're thriving. Emma's thriving. Without me. Not without you. Differently with you. She shifts the baby. I loved you. I want you to know that. I just lost myself. No, you chose yourself over us. I know. She's crying now, quietly, trying not to wake Christopher. I'm sorry doesn't fix anything, does it? No, but it's a start. Do you think Emma will ever forgive me? She's 6. She loves you. She doesn't need to forgive you. She needs you to be consistent, present, honest. I'm trying. Then keep trying. New life, real peace. Sarah leaves, and I watch from the window as she struggles to get Christopher's car seat secured. Once, I would have run down to help. Now, I just watch, feeling neither satisfaction nor regret. Just peace. I check on Emma. She's sprawled across her bed, one arm hanging off, her stuffed dinosaur clutched in the other hand. On her nightstand is a photo, not of our old family, but of us at the park last week, both laughing as she flies a kite. My phone buzzes. Patricia Morrison. Thank you for your testimony in my case. Steve settled. I wanted you to know you helped me get justice. Justice. Such a complicated word. Is it justice that Steve lost his job? That Sarah raises a baby alone? That Emma shuttles between two homes? Or is justice simpler than that? Is it just me reading Emma a story every night? Is it her knowing she's loved without conditions, without lies, without performances? The truth always surfaces. I think about that first night, holding that pregnancy test, the calendar with its red circles behind Sarah's shoulder. How the truth was always there, waiting to be seen. We just have to be brave enough to look. Daddy? Emma's voice, sleepy from her doorway. Hey baby, bad dream? No, good dream, you were in it. Yeah? What were we doing? Flying, like superheroes, fighting the bad guys. Did we win? She smiles, gap-toothed because she lost another baby tooth yesterday. We always win, Daddy, because we're a team. We protect what we love. I tuck her back into bed, kiss her forehead. Yes, we are the best team. Daddy? Is it okay that I'm happy? Even though Mommy's sad sometimes? It's more than okay. Your happiness doesn't take away from anyone else's. You remember that. She nods, already drifting back to sleep. I stand in her doorway for a moment, watching her breathe. 6 months ago, I thought my life was ending. But maybe it was just beginning. Maybe sometimes we need to lose everything we thought we wanted to find what we actually need. The apartment is quiet, peaceful. There's no tension in the walls, no secrets in the silence. Just me and Emma and our rebuilt life. Tomorrow is Sunday. Emma has art class in the morning. She's making a project about families. All kinds of families, her teacher said. Traditional, blended, chosen, found. We're making a collage. Photos of us, her grandparents, her cousins, her best friend Madison, even Sarah and baby Christopher. Because family isn't about perfection. It's about truth. It's about showing up. It's about choosing love over lies, even when the truth hurts. Share your story of choosing truth over comfortable lies. I close Emma's door and go to my desk. There's an email from Catherine, my lawyer. Thought you should know. Steve's company is implementing new policies about workplace relationships. They're calling it the Morrison Protocol. Your case is changing things. The Morrison Protocol, not the legacy I planned, but maybe the one that was needed. There's also an email from a number I don't recognize. The subject line. Thank you. Mr. Morrison, you don't know me, but I work at Sarah's former company. Your courage in exposing what happened gave me the strength to report my own situation with a superior. Because of your case, I was believed. Thank you for fighting publicly when you could have settled privately. I closed the laptop. These stories, they matter. The ripples of truth spread farther than we know. The calendar on my wall has next week circled, not in red for travel, but in green for Emma's winter recital. She's singing a solo. Brave by Sarah Bareilles. She chose it herself. Because, she told me, being brave isn't about not being scared. It's about doing the right thing even when you are scared. My 6-year-old philosopher, my teacher, my reason for everything. Not about love, not about Emma, just about image. But she was wrong about that. It was about love. Just not the kind Sarah understood. It was about loving Emma enough to show her that integrity matters. Loving myself enough to demand respect. Loving truth enough to speak it, even when silence would have been easier. No more lies, no more pretense, just truth. The frame drawing on the wall, Emma's revised version with the sun covering Steve. catches the light from the hallway. It's beautiful in its imperfection. The proportions are wrong, the colors don't stay in the lines, but it's honest, it's real, it's ours. This is our story. A family built not on pretense, but on truth. Not perfect, but genuine. Not whole in the traditional sense, but complete in all the ways that matter. Tomorrow, Emma and I will make pancakes. She'll get syrup everywhere. We'll laugh. We'll plan our week. We'll call Sarah so Emma can say good morning to her baby brother. We'll live our new normal with grace and gratitude. But tonight, I just stand here in the quiet apartment, looking at that drawing and feel something I haven't felt in so long. Grateful. Grateful for the truth that set us free. Grateful for the strength to face it. Grateful for the little girl sleeping down the hall who reminds me every day that love isn't about what we endure. It's about what we choose to build after everything falls apart. The drawing catches the light again. The sun Emma added isn't just covering the painful parts, it's transforming them, making them the part of something new, something better. Maybe that's all any of us can do. Take our broken pieces and add light until they become something else, something brave, something true, something worth framing on the wall.